here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park in the NASCAR Pinty's garage, hanging out with Promotive Racing, who fields the 67 car in the series. Me and my father, we run the team, and we're here prepping the car and getting ready to hit the track. Well, right now you get the all the generators on the trailers running as they preheat the cars. You've got cars warming up in the background, the announcer announcing the race that is currently on the track, air tools, just all kinds of good noises to get the excitement up.
I got this passion for motorsports from when I was a little kid. I started building stuff. I was always interested in things that moved and mechanical stuff and machinery. I remember pieces of plywood with 4-inch spikes, driving them into there trying to make go-karts. That's all we had around the farm, so I would just nail anything together. But I always liked anything mechanical, anything that moved, and it just gradually grew into that and got a chance to get in a car and been going at it ever since.
We bought this car like 8-9 years ago. It was an oval car, and since then it's been rebodied, all new tin work. We redid the dash, pretty much the rear clip, most of the front clip. I mean, this car is nothing like what it was when we got it. We've done a lot of work to it.
Every race weekend, there's something else that happens that's really cool and really memorable. I have so many small memories that are just amazing from everything, from the crew that I work with, working with my family, and the family that I have at the racetrack, and everybody I meet, and the sponsors and everything else. The fans are fantastic.
In the moment and knowing what it takes to get to this point, all of the hours that have gone into it, as soon as the green flag drops and you hear all of those cars cross the line, we all get goosebumps. So we know why we're here. We love cars, we love racing. We've all been in the driver's seat at one point. So even though I'm not in the driver's seat anymore, it's so exciting to be here and be a part of the competition.
I remember when I was 6 or 7 years old, he used to run the 24-hour endurance races here at the time it was called Mosport, but here at this track. And I remember the feeling I would get when you'd see the car go past and it wouldn't be him behind the wheel. And then they'd come in and do a driver change. And then just seeing him in the car and knowing that that was my father out there, that was even as a little kid, that was a very proud moment. And I remember once under yellow, the cars were going around the track and I had a scanner. So here I am like 6, 7 years old running around the track. I'm standing at corner 2 and I have a little scanner and I can hear the radio communication between my dad and the pits. And the cars are circling under yellow, and I remember he came on the radio and said, "Hey Adam, listen to this." And at the time they were showroom stock race cars, so they still had full interior, the radio was still in the car. So he yells, "Hey Adam, listen to this," and he turns up the radio in the car and held the mic open. And it was just the coolest thing that, you know, my dad was out on the racetrack and he was talking to me. I don't know, it was just one of those moments. And now, every single race, it's him and I talking. So, you know, to have that 30 years later is something that's really special.
When am I going to give up the seat to Adam? I don't know how long that'll be. It'll be a while yet, I hope, because as long as I can still get in the car, I can still drive it, I still want to keep doing it, but I want to give him the chance to get behind the wheel too, if it's not in this series, in another series with his Legends car, and start him developing his own team as well. First year I had a car, I couldn't afford the race car. I bought one of Spinard's old race cars, and I had to sell my car to buy it, and I commuted to Toronto for the first year with that car. All the graphics and everything on it, had to cap the exhaust, untape the headlights, all the numbers and everything on it, drove it into Toronto even in the winter, put snow tires on it, and oh, it was brutal to treat a car like that, but that was the only way I could afford to do it. So. Nice commuter vehicle. We had a couple times, my brother had a car too, and there were a couple times we were tapping each other on the 401 going down. Oh, it was great.
All right, man, I got you. So, you know this is just gonna be a race of attrition. So keep your nose clean.
Yep.
The seat pad in, so you should be more comfortable, be able to see. All right, fire it up.
I just love racing. Everything about it. We love not just driving the car, but the building of the car, trying to conquer the challenges of making the car better and better all the time. And as long as I can keep getting in the car, I want to keep doing it. I've been doing this since 1988, I believe, when I started racing. And I took the driver course down at Shannonville with Spinard and fellows, and the guys that own this track. And it just started, the bug was there. And after that, you just keep on going.
The sound of the cars and the smell of the fuel. I mean, there isn't anyone that, you know, is involved with the sport that won't tell you that the smell of the fuel. I've always said that the perfect woman for me would use race fuel as perfume.
I think what I love most about getting behind the wheel especially is that's where you feel the results of all the hard work you've done leading up to that race. We work really hard at prepping the car, trying to make things better and build our own parts for the car and the mechanical things. And that's when it shows up. When you get in the car and you start the engines, that's when they give you the command to start engines, that gets you going.
I know that whether it's Adam or Dave, both of them are so passionate about this, and they're not just drivers, they're the owners, they're the mechanics, they're the truck driver, they're everything. So to them, this means so much more than just who gets to drive the car. I want to tell Dave thank you, because I've gone through quite a bit in the last few years, and he's been my family. So without him and his support and letting me be a part of everything that they do every single weekend, I don't really know where I would be. And so I just want him to know what a huge integral part he's played in where I am now, and that I really love him.
I mean, the fans are why we're here. You know, we can go race in any series, but this series brings the fans, and we like being a part of the big show. You know, we take the care and make the car look the way it does, and try and do the best that we can. And just, it's the whole atmosphere. You know, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have racing in my life. That would be pretty boring. You know, Dad, I just want to say thank you. The time we've spent together has been amazing. I've learned so much. I wouldn't trade it for anything, and I really look forward to doing it many years to come. This has been really cool.